Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, liebe Snookerfreunde, I believe, in 2 or 3 years, you are the next world champion. Seht ihr das auch so? Das glaube ich. Meine Damen und Herren, the champion, Zhao Xintong. Congratulations, Zhao Xintong.
His opponent. Mark won this thing 22 years ago, but I think he's almost a shadow of what Mark was then, the way that he plays. I don't think any other player compares to Mark, really, but probably Xintong does more than anyone, just the way that he plays, team float, and maybe he's junior float, I don't know, but he's just such a sort, not a carbon copy of the way Mark plays, but he's not far off it.
Rian, just how is he feeling?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. After 15 fabulous days of drama, heartache and glory, it all comes down to this. 2 men from opposite sides of the world, 2 men at opposite ends of their careers. But today their paths converge for this one chance to seize glory and greatness for themselves, for their families and for their countries. It's time for the 2025 Halo World Snooker Championship Final. It's time to get the boys on the bass. Please welcome a man standing on the verge of history for his country and an entire continent, bidding to become China's first world champion after an extraordinary run to a maiden final. He's the youngest player from any nation to make it this far for 14 years. What a stage, what an opportunity, and what a talent he is. He's the Cyclone, Zhao Xintong.
62.
The one pocket. Mark said after his win against Judd that it's a shot he likes. He just failed on this occasion, and it wasn't in. You know, it could have gone in because it was pretty much dead weight, but in steps Xintong and made a 71 break, like he always has in this championship, with the minimum of fuss. And yeah, that was a big moment, certainly in the first 4 frames last night. If Mark, you know, he was already eating into the lead. But of course, you know, it went 7-5 at the next interval.
And frame 16, Ryan Williams, obviously, with a big opportunity. He made a beautiful break, and then he's missed that.
Yeah, he just kept coming the wrong side of the blue or straight, so it was a struggle of a break, but a fantastic break at the same time, and he just missed frame ball there. But for me, he played it the right way for him. I think I would have been more of a punchy shot, like get the cue through the ball, but he likes to float the ball, so he's played to his strengths, but obviously it didn't go in and then ended up losing the frame.
And this was the best frame of the session, Jim.
Yeah, typical Mark Williams. Just lost a frame there from 60-odd behind, completely forgets about it, goes into this last frame. OK, the scores are level. Pots a fantastic red here. He should get this red. And then I like the yellow that he plays on the green, because the green's in an awkward situation. OK, if he gets behind the green, he's got an easy brown. But this was a fantastic controlled shot. You know, he's just a class act, Mark Williams. He needs blue to secure the frame to stay in the match, really, for me. And as what he does, no problem at all. Gets down, pots the brown, and blue just birdies it, makes sure the pink. If he loses that frame after losing the one from 60 in front, it's hard to come back from that. But yeah, what a player.
It felt like it kept him in the match. He's a very big price now.
He's always had that little flick or fluke to ball, and Mark Williams must be sick in his chair, like, come back. Yes, I've got a chance, but this is outrageous fluke. He's out of position. Usually he goes for a pot, misses it by a way, double kisses the green and the white coming over, and just trickles into the middle pocket. Really, I wish the camera would have gone on to Williams then to see his reaction, but then again, a little bit great pot, middle pocket's always there, but touches both of the knuckles, lands good on the blue. He's just relentless the whole match, isn't it? And then all of a sudden, he's on the blue, goes round the pocket and into the other one. It was like he played it on purpose, and he was hoping to flick the black to land on the red, but when it's your day, and is it written in the stars?
Well, if you could have one of those in a match, Alan. But of course,
in a career.
You're saying you never had any luck. No. Listen, it always turns back, but he's been very, very lucky. But he's been brilliant, and crucially, Mark Williams winning the next.
Yeah, that was good. It was nice to see. You know, he's in some way thrown the towel in just simply because of the scoreline, the deficit he's facing. But this was really good. He started striking the ball the way we hoped he would in this final, but you know, he couldn't really sustain anything. That was the trouble. It was all bits and pieces. But yeah, Mark has been far from his best in this final, but the scoreline that's facing you every minute you're sitting out there is telling you bad news, obviously, and it just is. It's very disheartening. This was the one bright spark of it. Zhao, for once, misses a long red, and Mark gets about his work, guys, didn't he?
Yeah, as you say, you just need that little bit of luck, but as you say, it's a little bit too late when he does miss those balls. But as you say, fair play to Mark for sticking in there and doing what he does. He's actually
might just have a bit of an opportunity tonight. He still has, but he had chances here, Jimmy.
Yeah, listen, in his whole match against Judd Trump and John Higgins, these easy balls he missed, that just wasn't happening. This is a difficult red in the middle, but when you're out of form, it hits the right-hand knuckle, comes back and leaves Yao perfect. You know, you can't do that. This is what we like about his game. You know, he's controlled cannons. Like, as soon as he gets in, he wants to open the balls up and win the frame. You know, fantastic talent. Here's a shot that me and Alan thought was the wrong shot, because He's 10 in front. He doesn't need that thing, that cannon. He plays it, but that was very clever using the jaws there. Fantastic. He's got all the shots. He got great knowledge and.
Foul. Point conceded, Zhao Xintong, 7-3.
Won't be winning. Too much to ask, but he has gone through this field.
Yeah, and this is effectively championship ball. Mark Williams put it up to him tonight. The grand old man nearly got to him. He was in this frame as well, but now he needs snookers.
49.
Amazing. Quite amazing. What a player he is. Gifted. Plays it. Makes the game look ridiculously easy. There aren't many that do that, but he's one of them. Delightful player to watch. And he is world champion. It's absolutely not so much out of nowhere, but it's shaken up the game, the rankings, everything.
Yeah, and it could point to a changed future for the sport as well, because there's a lot of other players in China who, of course, will be inspired by him.
Nine. 60.
Well, what a feeling this must be for him.
62.
Thank you.
63.
You have to get used to it. Zhao Xintong, world champion. Goodness me.
67.
Unbelievable.
69. 72.
Yeah, this whole place just doesn't let us down, does it? The crowd here have seen something very special. It's been a great tournament.
76.
Mark Williams, in the end, turned it into a compelling final tonight. But this is the last man standing.
81.
Another moment of history at the Crucible. China has its first World Snooker Champion. Zhao Xintong has come from the first round of qualifying to claim the title.
And the winner, receiving a cheque for £500,000, the trophy and the title, 2025 Halo World Snooker Champion. A star is born, and his name is Zhao Xintong.
Well, the qualifiers for the World Championship began on April the 7th. Zhao Xintong was in action that day. Can you believe he's the last man standing? Look at that smile. He's about to get his hands on the most prized trophy in the sport, presented to every champion since the first back in 1927. In 2025 it belongs to Zhao Xintong.
Zhao Xintong.